Quick little off-topic thing today. I figured I'd give you all a little showcase of my vintage moped. 1979 Kreidler MP19. Kreidler was a German manufacturer from the days when there were still separate East and West Germanys. Uh, so the first thing you might notice is the engine's supposed to be down here. Where the heck is it? Uh, well, it is sitting over here, all taken apart because it developed a rod knock a while back, and I have yet to be able to get the parts to fix that. And I also recently, partly because it was off the road due to that engine issue, I took it all apart and did kind of a crappy clear coat job. You can kind of see there. But, I just want to try to preserve the frame because there are spots like right there where there's no original paint left. I didn't feel like completely repainting it, but wanted to preserve it, so, One other interesting thing you might notice is it has turn signals. Those of you who might see this who actually know anything about mopeds probably will notice that, not very many old European mopeds actually had turn signals back in the day. This moped had turn signals originally, hence the switch here. The camera will focus. Okay, I guess it won't, but that there is a turn signal switch. So this moped had turn signals back in the day, but the original system was lost long before I got it. So, I decided to put together my own turn signal system. I believe these turn signals are the sort of thing that would have been an option on a Honda of similar era back in the day. So I just putting together my own system using things like this old GM signal flasher. And might have noticed these wires hanging down here. A little bit of a backstory on that. Those are for one of the brake light switches, such as this one here. This is not the original throttle grip assembly. I had to replace that a while back, and because the clamp on the old one broke, and the one that I currently have on there does not have a provision for a brake light switch. So, I'm just gonna, whenever I get it put back together, I'm just gonna roll it with one brake light switch. Oh yeah, this mirror I believe is also off of a Honda. My dad's Honda 90 over here has two of those on it. Notice the electrical tape holding the lens on here. That is just because I lost both of the screws for that at some point, so I'm going to have to find some other screws to replace that with. Anyway, what I always loved about this thing from the moment I first got on it, it's a 50cc two-stroke single cylinder, and if any of you have ridden one of those, you'll know that most of them don't produce a whole lot of torque. And this one, when it was, still running, actually produced quite a bit more torque than pretty much any other two-stroke 50cc engine of its day. So could climb hills and stuff a lot better than most other mopeds of its time. And actually, I think that was a selling point for this brand, is that its engine produced enough torque that it could climb hills like you see on, say, the streets of San Francisco when nothing else could. Unfortunately, that didn't actually help them sell very many of them. Uh, Partly because, from what I've read, they basically priced themselves out of their target market. Some of their competition, like, for example, Puch of Austria, were selling similar mopeds, albeit with less features, for like $400 or so, brand new, back in the late 70s. Kreidler were trying to sell these for more like 800. And my guess is that, with double whammy of economic turmoil and two oil crises in a row, people generally wanted to go for the cheaper option. As a result, these things are pretty rare in the US, and don't know if they're that much less rare over in Europe where they were produced, but I don't know. And one other thing is that is not the original seat. As you can see, this is like a cruiser-style bicycle seat. Uh, this here is the base of the original seat. It was kind of almost a banana seat kind of thing, and I am aiming to get that reupholstered someday. It's foam, it's padding, and covering are both absolutely shot to the point where it was getting really uncomfortable to ride. So I shoehorned a bicycle seat onto it for the moment, yeah. Anyway, I would show you how the turn signals work, but I don't have a battery or anything to put on this to do that with, so guess that's gonna have to be all for now. Thanks everyone for watching, if you made it this far, and see you next time.